I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else. So, tell me what's on...
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy-like, ain't it? It's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing. I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. Not on the regular. Once in a great long while, a Saltuna boat would break down on the pad. He'd always bring me along for those. Mostly, he did the same as me. Kept Bess, I mean, the cannery, running. Turned loaders, plumbing and electricity, some plastering. I never got the hang of that. Except for my schooling years, I was always beside him. Or tied to him. He used to carry me about in a sling when I was real little. When I got older, he set me to sorting tools and parts while he worked. I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like he wanted. The kind that stays... It's not normal for anyone to do as their parent. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured... because they were hoping their own kid would get the job and get sent back. When folk go away for schooling, they don't get back to where they begun. Not usually. You go straight to your... I reckon you could say, no thanks, I don't want a job. But then... I'm good at making things work the way they ought. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Anyhow, I was happy to get back. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower. And... about a year. I tried to do more of the work, so he could rest. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How... oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend...
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song. Why was the chemist sad? Because all her beakers are gone. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that... When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think. Traveling the system with you, Captain. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely in our travels together. Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my... If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? How can I... Certainly, Captain. As you wish. What part of the colony would... Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be... There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I... I shall happily comply with your order, just as soon as we have a laser weapon system. The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to... Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I... Of course, what part of the colony... We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws... I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship. You are more than welcome, Captain. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate and fee... How can I... What part of the... Where in Terra 2? Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, the town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like say, since you diverted power to the deserters, the botanical lab is thriving. However, Emerald Vale's... Thank you, Captain. You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation. How... May luck... Make yourself at home, Captain. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? What part of the Where in Monarch? Ah, Monarch. The armpit of the Halcyon system. Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. Well, that is if you don't count Sublight's smuggler's port. It's Sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband, and before you ask, I don't know the coordinates. I believe it has something to do with the planet being an uninhabitable wilderness and a lawless land. You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar. How can I be? What part of the Where in my... Warning. All colonists are urged to reconsider travel to Cascadia due to infestation of mantisaurs and risk of indefinite detention or death. There are no people aside from marauders in Cascadia. There is only death. The local report is that you will very likely die if you leave Cascadia's landing pad. This is one of those times where you say one word but really mean another, isn't it? Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be? Mm-hmm. Good luck, Captain.
Yeah, huh?
By Verit, what are we...
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud.
You're a deft hand with a magpick.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor. Pigs make excellent test subjects. Also, surprisingly... Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
That's gotta hurt.
You know that escape pod had a 12% risk of catastrophic failure. Quite safe by Halcyon standards. Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival are... Your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting. Careful, that's my communications terminal. Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout. Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals. Of course. What's on your mind? Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Absolutely. Let's talk. No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, very well. I can be a little cantankerous when I haven't had my For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found... You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has all... Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases... What's on your mind? Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the black... Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds. Are you still annoyed at me for launching you into space? To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work. Because we've lost our way, the board has a stranglehold of... The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers... Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your... Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet... We'll do our very best. I'd best get back to work. I could...
Welcome back, Cap. How can I... trust you. We've arrived at the Groundbreaker. Welcome back, Captain. I'll be...
Hey, Cap. Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over... And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to... Did you want to talk about... Just checking your ship's man... Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that. Are we gonna get in trouble?